Hey, it's Jessica DaMassa and Matthew Holt. If you've got 2 minutes, we have all of Matthew's analysis of what's happening in health and technology. This is Health in 2.0. Do you have your timer ready?
I'm ready to time.
Jump right in. No small talk.
How's New York?
I'm not in New York. I'm back in LA. And last night I had a lovely dinner with Dr. Shafi Ahmed, who was in town.
The man of Bolivia. The man of Mancha to Bolivia. And
former Takeover host. He was in town shooting a movie with the people who are responsible for the Oculus. And they wanted his perspective as a clinician using that technology. So we'll have to look for that.
Is that going to show up in the Bolivian digital hospital, the Shafi Ahmed Bolivia digital hospital that's coming up?
Yeah, I think they're going to be playing it on a loop. And I'm also predicting that there's going to be like a golden Shafi fountain outside the front of this thing that spits water out of his mouth.
Which part of him will it spit water out of? Okay, let's go to the 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
Come on.
All right, here we go. Are you ready? All right, so Reuters is reporting that 70% of Americans now are in favor of Medicare for all. What does this mean?
Well, pretty interesting. We did a study at Health Dinner last year with Zogby, which showed, I think, there was 80% of Democrats, 60% of Democrats were keen on it. And that's why you've seen all the Democratic senatorial candidates like Kamala Harris and Bernie Sanders and others really pushing it. Now, this poll was incredible. It showed that more than 50% of Republicans were in favor of it, which means everyone's pissed off with the high price of premiums and the fixes to Obamacare, other than slow down, are not doing enough. If it were to happen, okay, it's a real long shot, but if it were to happen, it could be a big deal in the 2020 election. I mean, an awful lot for the healthcare system. So watch this space.
So all the way up to all the way down, Renovia has closed a $32 million round for its pelvic floor therapy app.
I think it was 42 million was in debt. Renovia, and then there's a company which won traction at Health Tullman, a company called Virginie, and our friend Estrella Emilio with a company B.Wom, and a bunch of others are concentrating on a really big deal, which is the pelvic floor area of women. And it's about time this got some attention. 42 million sounds like a lot of money, but if it can be prescribed, and it's something that my dad was a gynecologist, saw a lot of problems with in his population. It's a big deal, and it's one of these digital therapies. It's exercise, digital tracking, exciting area. So let's keep it going.
Also exciting. Chrissy Farr scooped it. 23andMe is shutting down access to their APIs in like just a couple weeks. I think it's like less than a week now. What's going to happen here?
Well, you've been able to get access to that data. Most of the people who spit in the tube don't really realize what's happening to their data. GlaxoSmithKline paid $300 million for access to it not so long ago. And they're going to be really concerned about other people taking that data and doing naughty stuff with it. So I suspect Anne Wozicki and her team have said that they're going to close down access to it because they do have down the street another organization which had a lot of data, probably just as sensitive or more sensitive or less sensitive, depending on how you define it, than DNA data, which was called Facebook. And they had some problems with people, third parties accessing their data and doing stuff they shouldn't have done with it. So I think it's a preemptive move.
Yeah, privacy issues dragging that company through the mud lately.
Yeah, 23andMe, you mean that Facebook company?
No, well, privacy in 23andMe. 23andMe went under fire, right?
A little bit, but I think it was more preemptive.
Okay. So while I was at the dinner, I understand you're catching up on your summer reading. So what you reading over there?
Oh, well, it's not a question, and you probably shouldn't be answering this, but in the mail today, what did I get? I got a new book called On Our Terms, written by a guy called Glen Tullman from Congo. Quick plug, I'll be interviewing Glen at Health 2.0 in 3 weeks from now, something like that. So watch out for that. Should be fun. I read all of 5 pages. It's good so far.
Quick plug, I've interviewed Glen Tullman too. It happened at Health a few months ago, and you can check that out on the WTF Health YouTube channel for those of you who are interested.
Our audience will be bored of Glen Tullman by the time they're done with it.
Oh my God, seriously, they will be. But no, because you'll do a much better job interviewing him than I have.
I doubt it, but we'll see.
Yes. And for those of you who are curious about Health 2.0, it's not too late to buy your tickets and book your flights and your hotel room. And join us in beautiful Santa Clara in the middle of September. So that's going to creep right up here. It's almost, which one is it? Labor Day. I get those confused. It's almost Labor Day.
Something you're very familiar with, that whole Labor Day concept, Jessica.
I love Labor Day.
Time off from all that hard labor you've been doing, swanning around Saint-Tropez and Eastern Europe and everywhere else.
Whatever. No one works harder than me. For free.
We'll find
Ain't that the truth? All right. So if you have any questions that you would like us to answer, please feel free to tweet them to us. That is at BoltyBoy, and I am at DaMassa. And also, if you want to binge watch us, feel free to go to YouTube and search our channel, Health in 2.0, and catch up on everything that you have missed in health and technology over the last couple months. It's been a lot. It's been a while. We're almost up to episode 50. We're getting there. All right, Matthew, thanks so much for your insight on everything new and what's happening. I'm Jessica DaMassa. That's Matthew Holt. Thanks for joining us for this episode of Health in 2.0. See you soon.